Inventory management. Every good game has it, so let's create an inventory. First, we actually have to obtain items. An item consists of an item name, amount of items, and an item image. Now, when opening a chest, we can see that we are getting items. The main inventory consists for now only out of the inventory itself, an inventory slot in which we will store the data and visualize it, and an inventory object which will hold all of the data. Now we add this to a tile view, so it will look like this. Easy and flexible, exactly what we need for an inventory which we want to change very much. We have a chest. The chest will send data to the inventory will divide over data objects, and data objects will initialize inventory slots. Now all we have to do is add some code, which will go to every slot. For every slot, create a new object, and that object will be added to the tile view, along with the data of that slot. And then we get the data and we send it to the slot so it can visualize. But you are not here for the code, you are here for the results. Did you know that it actually rains diamonds? Well, not here, but it actually does somewhere. Here on Neptune and Uranus. It rains diamonds there because carbon atoms are pressed together by the high pressure there in the atmosphere, and when two carbon atoms are pressed together, a diamond appears, and then gravity does the rest. Alright, so we have an inventory, but it doesn't do much. So we have these numbers. These numbers don't say much to you, but they will. These numbers are very important if we want to manage the inventory. Inventory management is important because of strategic gameplay. Strategic gameplay is important too, because it's fun. And fun means people actually want to play. So we have returning players. And returning players are players who pay. And more money means better development. But that's all unimportant. We are doing inventory management right now. As I said, these numbers are very important, because we have to use them for the inventory slot and the user cursor. The orange ones are user cursor, and the inventory slot is purple. If those are equal to each other, then we do something. When the user cursor and the inventory slot are equal to each other, it means the cursor is hovering over the inventory slot. And then we do something, which is in this case moving the inventory slot. So we can visualize putting a new inventory slot there. Because we need to manage it, we want to be able to move the slots around. And maybe delete some, have a custom order, and to do that we need to move them. To keep things simple, all of the default data is stored inside this data map. Inside the data map, we can assign variables to every type of item we can collect. So, for example, I can say the coin looks right now like a cross. So if we go into the game, we will see, instead of the coin, we actually will see a cross, which doesn't have any purpose, but is easily changeable once we get to many, many more items. Because only 3 we have right now, which are purely for testing. And it's way easier if we can manage this all in one data map. Here we can even set things like the stacking. So instead of 20 or 15, it will actually stack like 5 now. So we have more stacks, but it's still the same amount. It's just spread differently across the inventory. So we also have more things to move. Something like 1 will make more stacks, in theory. Because how this really works out is